Welcome to the Stuck in the Catch Fence betting show. We're ready to make you some money here this Sunday, dropping it on a Friday before qualifying, the best chance to get some of your best odds. So let's go ahead and get into it. Yes, that engine sound, I have that as what I go to sleep with at night. But what you can go to sleep with at night if you choose some of these betting picks is making money. I had a bug up there. You can't script this stuff. I had a bug up there. If you listened last week, the process was there at a super speedway. Michael McDowell, Joey Logano, Todd Gillen, Harrison Burton, three of those guys qualified in the top four if you listened last week. Unfortunately, when it comes to super speedway, it's not always about the results, but if the guys you're looking at had the right speed. And we saw that last week. We're ready to bounce back and give you an actual winner this week. We got top fives, we got top threes, we got overalls, we got some top tens you guys are going to sprinkle on. Travis Butt, Joe Spillman, we're ready to get into it. So let's go ahead and look at the overall FanDuel lineups when it comes to the odds. Joe, I'll lead it off with you. Looking at those odds, man, what are you looking at as the overall race winner that you circle and say, I think I'm going to drop some cash on it?
Uh, well, I think the overall race winner this week, or in a, oh my God, where am I at?
You're in Vegas, bro.
Obviously, I'm going with Kyle Larson in Vegas. He traditionally runs well there. The only problem, typically, I like a payout when I'm betting on NASCAR races, motorsports in general, and plus 450 doesn't really get it done for me. But if you're going to bet on an overall winner this week, I actually see on FanDuel there. He's a little bit lower than that. He's plus
Yeah,
400.
DraftKings, you're getting 50 more. So
Yeah,
that's probably the site you want to go to
plus
for that.
450 on DraftKings. I subscribe to DraftKings myself. I know Ryan and Travis like FanDuel, but the race winner who I think is going to win this week has the best shot. Obviously, Kyle Larson, but his payout's just not big enough for me. So I think I'm going to look for some other bets this week.
Travis, when you look at those overall odds, what are you looking at?
I think you got to look at some of the the Chevys that's been typically well there. You got to look at who's won there last, like Kyle Larson. You got William Byron before that. We had some good winners. So personally, I'm probably looking at the Alex Bowman. I know he hasn't won a little bit, but really his last win came at Las Vegas. So you got to have some lay luck with that. So personally, I'm going to go with Alex Bowman at plus 1800. That's going to be my race winner. Obviously, Hendrick's running there, Chevy's running well there. So for me, with the best odds pick, obviously Larson is probably going to by far the favorite. But I think if I look lower down, who's the next realistic chance with the best odds? That's obviously going to be Alex Bowman.
I'm going to go with what you mentioned, probably the manufacturers. I think you could go right either way, going Chevy or Toyota. I think it's plus 125 and plus 150. If you want to choose either one of those, I think they're the ones that have dominated. And I mean, if you got a chance to double up and use 1/3 of the field, that's the way that I'm probably going to go this week. Because if you don't want to choose one, I'm with you guys. I think Larson is probably the betting favorite. But from my standpoint, when I see like Byron at plus 900, Bowman's like twice as that, 1800. I mean, Chase Elliott's getting no love, and he's been decent at this track as well. Those are the type of things that I look to. But if I just want to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm just going to do a quick double up. I'll just throw, however much I want to try to see if Chevy can win it or see if Toyota can win it. And I'm with you guys. I think Chevy is probably the better choice. At the top three, is there anything, Travis, that changes anything you're looking at here that you would throw it at a plus three or a top three?
Yeah, so I actually got two. So for top three, I got Gibbs. I think that's a monster pick. It's plus 800. I think you got Torres running there. I think Ty's gonna have a little bit of a breakout year. I think that's worth to put a couple of dollars on. The other one that I would maybe look at too is Bubba Wallace. He finished fourth last year at this time, and last year he ran okay. And then he had some other problems. But I think you look at Gibbs at plus 800. You look at Bubba Wallace, just two Toyota drivers. I think they're going to be okay for the top three.
Joe, you're looking at DraftKings. Is there a top five or a head-to-head that you really, really like from the DraftKings standpoint?
Well, I like, and I like him on FanDuel as well in the top three. I think he was plus, what was that, plus 4,000 Is that for race winner right there? That's not
No,
top
this is
three,
top
right?
three. This is top three.
Okay, well, Chase Briscoe's plus 4,000 for top three. Anytime that you could get a previous winner that has actually won a NASCAR race with odds like that to finish in the top three or top five, he's plus 1,200 to finish in the top five on DraftKings. I'm not sure what he is to finish in the top five on FanDuel there. I don't have that pulled up. But,
Yeah, we don't have any
certainly,
top fives yet for FanDuel, so
yeah,
whatever you got for
yeah.
DraftKings, man, let it rip.
So obviously, do I think Chase Briscoe is probably going to have a top five finish this week? Probably not, but he's certainly capable. In any race that he goes to, if his team gets does the right things and they get a little bit of luck, he could finish in the top five, possibly a top three. And that's kind of like where I like to hedge my bets in situations like this, because that's possible. And for the money that you put up, top five, $10 bet on that's going to pay you out on DraftKings for a top five, $120. So I'll risk $10 on a possibility of Chase Briscoe finishing in the top five to win 120. So one thing I will say that we didn't kind of mention is right now Kyle Larson is the overall betting favorite, but this is pre-qualifying. One thing I'm hoping to see is maybe I think Kyle Larson is going to run strong either way here at Atlanta. I'm hoping he actually doesn't qualify as well as they think he's going to qualify. He starts 8th, 9th, 10th. I think his betting odds go up, and you have a little bit better payout for him to win or finish in the top three come Sunday. So,
yeah, and that's a good point.
When
we're doing this pre-qualifying, you can get better odds when it comes to guys you like. Like Travis said, he likes Ty Gibbs right now. Well, if Ty Gibbs qualifies in the top five, he's not going to like Ty Gibbs nearly as much if he waits to bet on that Saturday evening. Same thing with you, Joe. You're mentioning it right now. Kyle Larson qualifies 10th. He might go down to, plus 600. Is that going to change your mind as a NASCAR fan? No, absolutely not. He could have got loose a little bit in a turn or something like that, and it completely changes the landscape. Last week we talked about Todd Gilliland, and he was plus 10,000 to win the race, plus 10,000 to win, and then qualifies second, and that's cut in half. I mean, immediately cut in half. It goes to plus 5,000. So those are things. I think that's a great point to bring that up. The only thing I will say, Joe, is again, we're in Las Vegas. We're not in Atlanta. Stay with us. You're in the past. Otherwise, you'd be making a lot of money. You said Atlanta.
Did I say it again?
It's a great race, Joe. I understand it.
I'm living in the past.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you guys. You got anything else?
I got two great picks that are
great picks.
I think we can stamp it as like double your money. I think you said it earlier. Chevrolet plus 125. I think that is a good. You put $10 on there. You're gonna double your money. I think that is a great $100 will get you 125. But I think that's a great way if you want to double your money. I think the last one you've already mentioned it was Chase Briscoe. He has whatever you want to look at. Kyle Larson has a better chance of winning the race than Chase Briscoe has to finish in the top 10. I think taking Chase Briscoe plus 430. Finish in the top 10. I think that is a lock. I think you can lock that in. You can put as much money as you want on there, and I think you're going to get rewarded for it. So I'm going to say the lock of the week. The lock of the week is Chase Briscoe plus 430 for top 10.
You got anything else here before we wind down?
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to give $10 away to FanDuel or DraftKings, JJ Yaley is plus 80,000 to win right now. So. A $10 bet on JJ, if he happens to pull it out, the stars align. We'll get you $8,000 on a $10 bet.
And we're gonna pull out of this broadcast because unfortunately, the words JJ Yaley had to be muttered on a betting show, and we're at a mile and a half and not a super speedway. Joe, minus 10,000 to bring up JJ Yaley any chance that he gets. That is going to be us doing it here at Stuck in the Catch Fence. We're going to try to make you guys some money, so make sure you tune in. We got all kinds of other things as well. Here are the on-screen options to where you can follow us, daily show or weekly shows, all kinds of things. We had some fun games this week as well. So go out there, play some bets, make some money. Make sure you follow qualifying as well. Everything's going to change on that. But for Joe Spillman, Travis Sputt, I'm Ryan Peters. just been stuck in the catch fence. Let's make some money.